does for us, our message, our mission. Hello, everybody. First, I want to apologize. It was not my intent to have some religious bigot try and tell me that I was wrong. But all I first said was, she's standing there claiming to be native, but yet she's ignoring and interrupting and disrupting one of our honored elders. And she got upset when I called her on her game. And it wasn't a very good game because the rules she had didn't apply. Now I'm here in a way of support of this proceeding. And you know what? I acknowledge and see that those people over there, and I see a few of them in here. I'm sorry to say, they're just now recognizing the fight that's been happening to Native people for 500 years. Except right now, it ain't about race anymore. The elite, those in control, those who are greedy, made it about class. This class fight is haves and have-nots anymore. It's all about what they tell us we have to do and threaten us with arrest if we don't do it. I'm sure these guys over here are just being told that they have to be here in case of a problem. Well, there will be no problem for me, but you know what? I do have the right to my own opinion. And in that opinion, I've realized, it's funny, when you look at our educational system, you get these books that tell you, and you're tested on your memory, you can't question whether it's truth or not. It wasn't until I made it to college and started, that's when I first started to teach you critical thinking, to question the very things that they teach you. Well, when they teach you that Columbus made it to America, that's a lie. Columbus never set foot in this country. He made it to Cuba and had an island down there in Haiti. Haiti became the staging spot for slavery because Columbus killed all the Indians on that island. His son was the first slave trader to bring slaves to Haiti. And yet we honor him. Columbus Day didn't happen until 1932 when the influx of the Christians, the Catholics, this country is founded on one Anglo-Saxon Protestants. The Quakers and the Protestants were the first ones here, and they started taking the land. They started making treaties that they broke. But when the Irish and the Catholics from all around England and all those other places started to come here, they felt unsafe until they got bigger numbers. Well, in 1937, President Roosevelt created, through the Knights of Columbus Days, as a holiday. They did it to pacify and peaceableize the Catholic majority in this area. This holiday then became a patriot call, became a banner call. After the natives were taken through the boarding schools, I've actually heard this firsthand from grandfathers from World War II, who said when they came out of the boarding schools, they were encouraged to go into the Army. Well, I don't understand, and I will never understand how a people can go into the Army that went less than a generation ago was trying to murder you. But they were conditioned to believe that that was their duty. And the drill sergeants, when the natives and the boarding schools came in, they were told to leave them alone. They're already broke. They're already really ready to go. They'll do what they're told, and they won't question it because they're broken-spirited people. Well, as it goes on in generation after generation, loses the sight of some of the original ways. People don't realize the 1929 Wall Street crash wasn't the cause of the crash of this country. It was the run on the banks. And people want to understand how you want to hurt a system, take their money. Withdraw your money from the bank, and the bank won't have any system. because we were going to fractionated reserve system. The bank takes your $1 and gives away 10. And that credit is what is their, they take away 10, they give you 10, and then they put 5 of it in their pocket and say that it's theirs. Well, it's all fake money. But you got to understand the system. You got to understand what it is you're up against. People go, oh wow, what am I going to do? I don't like what's going on, but then they go home and they use their TVs and their cell phones and their computers, and talk's cheap sometimes, but you know what? You got to go and change your ways. You know what? You got to understand what's going on. I honor, because I come from a heritage of both sides. I have Native heritage in me, which I can't prove, because I didn't get the tattooed card that during the Dawes Act. My family gave it up. But then I was raised in the system of the oppressor. And like I said, it's this now coming to a fact that the people are starting to wake up. It's almost like Matrix come to proof. You're going to take the red pill or the blue pill. You can unconnect from that thing from the back of your neck and start speaking for yourself. Because right now, and I'm sure, I look around and they've got all these things that are saying, we're the Mr. Smiths, we're going to come get you. What I'm saying is, it's all about perception, because the American dream was built on the original facts in the United States was everybody didn't get a vote. We had slaves, we had Indians on reservations, which were nothing more than prisoner of war camps, and we had only the taxed land-holding people were allowed to vote. That was how this country started. They tell you these things, but they don't tell you all. And what it is, look at how they're teaching our kids now. These wassels. Minimize standard tests that don't teach nothing, that if you don't pass, you're going to fail. And yet, you get this yada yada every once in a while in the news that is meant to placate people and think, oh, we got something, and nothing changes. And I'm hoping that by this scene, this is growing every year. More and more people are coming to say, yeah, we don't like what we see. And we understand that the Native people, for over 500 years, have been brutally and shamefully treated. It's hard to say where this is going to go. Because we got a lot of people who turn a blind eye and walk by and aren't willing to admit what's going on. But eventually, when they lose their house, they'll come by too. I hope all you guys have a good day, and I'm glad to see you all here.